Here's a first. Never done this before, but I have been successful at pulling the engine out of the frame. So there you go. It is possible to do it with one person, but then again I had the head off, so that made things a lot easier, a lot lighter. And there's all the engine mounts and the engine bars and all kinds of engine related stuff. But once I got them all off, the only thing that got me was this. Remember, when you're pulling an engine, there's a ground that goes onto the top, and then it goes up to this bolt over here. And so I almost broke that. I pulled the engine onto the floor, and that was still connected. Bit of oil pouring out because I did remove my oil pan cover. And so the next steps will be to get this onto a surface like this, so I can start the next step, which is pulling it apart, seeing what's salvageable and what's not. So, nice day today, December 16th. It was the open the garage door and work day. Well, here we go, guys. I think the last picture I took, I meant to do a video, but here's the crack and open up the cases. It went fairly well. I warmed up the case there along the seam, and then I just used this bolt and nut, and it came up pretty good. So I'm going to keep going with it. See if we can get her in the back as well. Right there. Quick update on the GS550 project. I've just managed to pull the piston block off of the seized piston. You can see right here. And the way I did that was I split the cases so that I could get the case itself to the point where I could actually suspend with the strap running through the piston block and suspend the engine approximately a couple of inches off of that blanket, just enough so that I had pull on the piston bank there. And I took a air hammer and I heated it up a little tiny bit and put some lubricant down in there and just went at it with the air hammer, and she slid out pretty good. So now I'm at the point where I can see whether or not I can get this piston, which is quite melted, off of the connecting rod. And that's going to be the next challenge. Not sure whether that's going to be possible. And with these, the design of this engine, the connecting rods do not have, they're not bolted on. They're slid on, it looks to me. So in order to get that rod out of there, I'm going to have to separate out the crankshaft, which I'm assuming is a procedure that can be done. And that'll be an interesting challenge if I have to go there, because I'm not sure whether this is going to come off. The good news is that the cylinder itself, where the piston was seized, does not look terribly bad. There is one tiny, you can see it, tiny blemish right there. And other than that, the rest of it feels pretty good. I'm hoping that perhaps with the light honing that will come out. So we'll have to see about that when we get there. But anyway, this at least now we have it down to where we can make some headway in terms of trying to get a new piston on this crank. And we'll keep you posted.